if the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 characters were actually charged for their crimes.
Lucky for us,
Peter and Rocket bicker too much during a daring escape.
What are you doing? I've been flying this rig since I was 10 years old. He was cybernetically engineered to be a douchebag.
This leads to some reckless piloting that nearly gets them all killed. Peter's not exactly setting the best example here.
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
Peter is overwhelmed with rage and starts shooting up Ego after he admits to killing his mum. That's a pretty brutal reaction.
Who in the hell do you think you are?
Even though Ego can take the pain, this still counts as assault. Gamora lands the killing blow on this beast. Considering it was a deadly creature with intent to kill, her kill is justified. Gamora fires back at Nebula with what looks like the largest gun she's ever held. She really wants Nebula dead and nearly cooks her alive in this explosive scene. This is some heavy-duty aggression. Considering that Mantis wants to help, this choking delivered by Gamora seems unnecessary. Illegal even.
You want to buy some batteries?
Ever the thief, Rocket makes his opening crime known for swiping some valuable batteries. He doesn't even wait until he's left to show them off to Drax. Rocket should really stop bickering with Peter and keep his eyes on the road. Well, asteroids, rather. Rocket sets up a series of traps to torture and fight off the ravagers. He goes a bit overboard, but it works at keeping the bad guys away. Rocket doesn't get to shoot much during the Ravager mutiny, but he does get in this shot right through the door. Rocket doesn't want Gamora killed and disables her with his gun. While it's a noble act to save his friends, it's still a bit much to shoot at the friends you care about. After being tortured by the Ravagers, Groot finally gets his revenge on this mean dude who stepped on him. Even for being so small, the tree still knows how to kill. Groot might not get to kick as much butt in this movie, but he does set off this bomb that saves the day. Pretty heroic for the pint-sized tree. Yondu threatens Rocket at arrow point when he corners the Misfit. He still hasn't lost his touch with that weapon. Once Yondu gets his new mohawk, it's time to clean house on the Ravagers. This means killing a whole lot of betrayers with his trademark flying arrow. He starts by killing 2 Ravagers. Then, many more. But with Peter's classic rock soundtrack backing him up. Oh, and Rocket as well. And then many, many more Ravagers die via arrow. The body count just keeps on rising as he squashes this mutiny. And the bodies just keep falling. That's a whole lot of dead Ravagers. Yondu gets a bit carried away, killing Taserface. He delivers a special flaming arrow that not only blows up the betraying Ravager, but also the ship they're currently on. Not a very smart. Nebula has no problem firing on both Yondu and Rocket if it means her escape. She's a cold-blooded cyborg for sure. Once Nebula gets herself a vessel, she wastes no time on firing on Gamora. The sister rivalry continues. Nebula is so blinded with rage that she's willing to crash a spaceship just to kill her sister. She's not just a danger to Gamora, but also herself. Even after Gamora saves her life, Nebula still wants to kill her.
No! Are you kidding me?
She just can't help herself with the assault. Even Gamora thinks this is absurd. After leading a mutiny, Taserface imprisons Yondu, Rocket and Groot. Groot seems to get the worst of it considering what they do to him. Actually, scratch that. These Yondu loyalists seem to get the worst of it after being launched into space. What a horrible way to go.
You're the one what killed those men. Because you're weak.
Taserface adds insult to injury by beating up Yondu when he's tied up. At least Rocket mocks his name following this.
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
Ego delivers a major blow to Peter by admitting he killed his mum by giving her a brain tumor. Gut-wrenching stuff, and a murder he admitted towards committing.
You really need to grow up.
Ego isn't playing around with Peter. Realizing his son won't help him, the living planet tortures the life force right out of him. He won't be winning Father of the Year anytime soon. Ego's grand plan goes into motion. many planets start becoming overwhelmed by his very being. It's terrifying stuff and easily qualifies as an act of terrorism on a universal scale. Ego targets Peter, Yondu and Rocket with his planetary powers. Considering how aggressive he's being, it's pretty clear that Ego is shooting to kill. Ego also restrains the only starship that can get the Guardians off of the planet that will eventually explode. Not a good place to be. And you can add the rest of the Guardians to the list of who's about to get crushed to death by Ego.